Is Vex Mythoclast a game changer? Well, if it was year one, hell yeah, I would say it's a game changer. I mean, more than a game changer. Game ruiner. Game ender, man. I'm talking about this gun ended souls, dude. Fucking killed everyone. Is it at that level again? I'm gonna go ahead and just spoil it for you. No, it's not. It's not. But that doesn't mean it still can't compete. Now, before we get started on our Fusion Auto Rifle review, let's hit our featured subscriber, man. Grant Summer. I should be featured subscriber because I like pizza. Pizza is life, man. I'm telling you right now, you live by this one rule only. There will come a day when you will look down and you'll see the scale and you'll realize that your times, them long nights with them slices of pizza, man, are over. But until then, you never, ever, I don't care if it's around people you hate their guts, man, co-workers, your ex-old lady, whatever it may be, man. If there is a pizza there and your health allows it, you fucking go in there and you take one for the team and eat that shit. With that being said, guys, if you want to be a featured subscriber, as always, simply like this video, of course, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know why you think you should be a featured subscriber. Hey, it can be anything, guys. I like to know your personal life. It can be something weird and quirky, man. With that being said, guys, let's get started. Okay, guys, so the perks that you're about to see, man, are by far the best perks I could rock out on this weapon. I felt like I was getting the most consistency out of it, and of course, the one thing you're going to notice right off the bat is the fact that I've got linear compensator instead of smart drift control. Now, linear compensator gives it a little more range. It does knock at that stability a little more, but it helps that impact. Essentially, what this allows you to do is it allows you pretty much to kill someone within 6 shots, okay? Now, on smart drift control, you would have to kill them within 6 shots to reach that optimal time to kill, which would be essentially 5 crits and 1 body shot in 0.8 seconds. Now, when you make the one little change to linear compensator, this one little change now allows you to only hit 3 crits and 3 body shots. Now, that might not be a big deal to you, but this is a very RNG type weapon, as in there's many times that the bolts just don't go where you want it to go. And so to land consistent crit after crit, you're really gonna hurt yourself if you're gonna roll with smart drift control, and you're really gonna hurt yourself with aggressive ballistics because that's just too much. Really, the sweet spot, guys, is right there with linear compensator. Now, Zen moment is definitely something that comes into effect, especially once you land that first bit of damage. Send it is what I'm definitely rocking with it as well, and crowd control is something that's also very nice. It essentially throws your crit damage up to 46 with linear compensator and body shot damage to 31. Thus, this allows you pretty much to kill someone within 3 crits and 2 body shots, which is, again, guys, extremely nice. You're looking at a 0.64 second time to kill. Before without crowd control, you're looking at 0.8 seconds. Guys, you're talking about a weapon here that all around the board has one of the most competitive time to kills. But let's talk about gameplay and how this gun was actually reacting in real situations. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna kind of like walk through this gameplay right here. This is me playing Rumble Supremacy earlier with Vex, and as you see, the maps that we're on are not necessarily gauged toward close quarter combat. You know, you can definitely close the gap on people, but it's a little tougher. Like this map right here to me is like a Mida Blind Perdition map. Maybe, just maybe, Pally and Luna will do good, but I normally always rock something like a Pulse on this map. So it was kind of difficult, and Vex is a close quarter combat weapon. That's something that you're just gonna have to just set those constraints and guidelines around, because there's so many times I see people take a Vex out there and, like I said, go out there and try to just open up with people in the mid range, and it's not gonna work like that. You can't really just expect the bolts to go where you're aiming at. Again, it does feel kind of RNG sometimes. Now, another thing that I noticed right off the bat when using this weapon was that I would try to use it like an auto rifle and just land just crits. I noticed that whenever I went for the neck and chest area, things always worked out for me. As long as I stayed within that area, everything was going to work out. Even if the first, 3 shots were body shots, the rest of the follow-up shots is a good chance with linear compensator going into effect, with that recoil direction, throwing it more vertical, that the next few shots after that was going to be crit shots to finish them off. And so that's the biggest thing that I always felt like was really hurting me, was me trying to treat this almost like an auto rifle. And you can't really treat it that way. As you see right there, man, crowd control is really going in, dude, and really doing work. I fudged this dang shotgun kill right here. Shotgun in-air accuracy is just terrible, man. Another thing I really want to bring up, too, that was really helping me, and something that I do when I use fusion rifles just in general. Fusion rifles, man, I'm constantly sliding. I'm constantly keeping my ass on the ground. And now, it's nothing really any other reason other than the fact that when you jump in the air, you know it. Your fusions tend to split up a little bit. They tend to spread more when you're in the air, from the point that you shot and then from where you land. And unless you're rocking something like Icarus or something like that, there's really no reason for you to be jumping up in the air and shooting your fusion off. The same rules almost applies here to Vex. And the reason why I say that, you know, when you're crouching, you've got a little extra stability on you, okay? And also on top of that, it's the same guidelines. It's almost, in my mind, I put myself in the same mindset as if I'm rocking a fusion rifle out. And that's the same way I play fusions, man. I'm always sliding. I'm always keeping my ass on the ground. Okay, guys, so onward to the verdict, man. How do I feel about this gun? Fellas, be honest with you, if I had it in my hand right now, I would never take it off. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not expect to come in here and say that. It's been a long time since I played with Vex, man. And I was not expecting, because, you know, I'm very specific about these weapons. I'm very particular on how these weapons work and whether or not they should even be used. You know, Necrochasm, this time last week, I did a review on it, and I said even then, man, that I was let down with it because I was comparing it to what I thought it should be. I felt like the weapon was okay, but there was so many alternatives, in my opinion, that I thought was just as good or better. You know, Doctrine of Passing, you know, there's some good Soulstealer's Claws out there, depending on what your roles are on it, man. And so I just felt like the weapon was just lacking in that sense. And here with Vex, no, man. I think this gun is really good, dude. I mean, super good. And if I had it in my hands, you would see me doing and using it all weekend long in Trials of Osiris, because it is just, it's good. It's dominating. Once you set the guidelines down, you know that within that 20 to 25 meter range, you know within, you know, keeping things within that neck and chest area when shooting people, and you kind of just work around that. You've got a gun, man, that will annihilate people, man. And so quickly and so easily. And there were so many times, and I don't really know what the flinch factor is with this gun, but there were so many times people would be shooting at me, and it's almost as if they just quit shooting me altogether. I don't know what it is. You'll see it in some of the gameplay. It's like they just got flinched out, or if they were paying attention to some of the fusion bolts. But whatever it was as if it was throwing them off enough where they just couldn't land any more shots. Guys, it's a gun that dominates, man. It really is a gun that dominates up close. And I was, like I said, I was not expecting to come in here and say that. I was coming in here with the just this haughty, oh, I'm going to just rate this gun a new one, man. Because this weapon, I guarantee it will not impress me. And I was blown away with how impressed I was with it. Making the slight few tweaks that I made to it. Linear compensator, man. Rocking out Send It, of course, dude. All those things, man, was really showing this weapon out to me. And showing that I really need to grind out more vaulted glass. Well, guys, that's my thoughts on it, man. You know, try it out for yourself. I'm sure there's many of you that probably don't even have it, which is sad. But, you know, good luck next time, dude. I'm thinking about getting on my wife's character and actually grinding down there and hopefully getting it on there. If that's the case, goodbye, Aztecross. All right, guys, as always, man, thank you so much for coming and watching. I'll catch y'all later. Slap that like button like your mama told you right.